So these 10 topics are there in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is explained in the 10th chapter, 2nd canto, 1st shloka. Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanam mutayaha manvantare ishanakata nirodho muktir ashreyaha. So these are the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sarga means the creation by the Supreme Lord. Visarga means creation by Brahma. Sthanam means the different positions the living entity can take within this material world. Poshanam means protection or maintenance of the living entities and this material world, called Poshanam. And Uti means the impetus to perform any activity within this material world is called Uti. Manvantara means the genealogical table of Manus and their purposes. It is called Manvantara. Nirodha means destruction. Mukti means liberation. Ashraya means shelter. These are the simple meanings of the 10 topics. And this is explained again in Bhagavatam. Prabhupada explains this in the same 2nd canto, 10th chapter. And in 7 shlokas, starting from the 2nd shloka of 10th chapter of 2nd canto, in 7 shlokas, these topics are elaborately discussed. Each topic is discussed in elaboration. Okay. So anybody who is interested to know these topics elaborately, they can refer to this, to those 7 shlokas. So today what we'll do is that we'll try to, because what Prabhupada has done is that he has named each canto with a title, a corresponding title from the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. For example, the first canto is titled as Creation. The 2nd canto is titled as Cosmic Manifestation. The 3rd canto is titled as Status Quo. 4th canto is titled as Creation of the 4th Order. Okay? And the 5th canto is titled as Creative Impetus. The 6th canto is titled as Prescribed Duties for Mankind. 7th canto is titled as Science of Godhead. 8th canto is titled as the Withdrawal of Cosmic Manifestation. 9th canto is titled as Liberation. So like this, each canto is titled. So then if you actually see the subject matter of Bhagavatam, if you take the title and if you take the subject matter of those cantos, then you get one more interesting thread to actually study Srimad Bhagavatam. That what is the title and what is the content and how the title relates with the content. Because if you give a title to a book, Adventures of Tintin, okay, then you cannot explain about Chandragupta Maurya. Is it possible? You give title Adventures of Tintin and then you will explain about Chandragupta Maurya. Is it possible? It's not possible. So there should be some link between the title and the content. Okay? So if you try to understand the content of Srimad Bhagavatam through the lens of the titles which is given to the different cantos, then you end up with another interesting way of studying Srimad Bhagavatam. And suddenly all the different pastimes, they start making sense and connection. Because sometimes it's very difficult to make out sense and connection between these pastimes, because sometimes they are in chronological order, sometimes they are not in chronological order. Sometimes it's just a question which triggers the explanation of an entire pastime. Okay. So it may not be necessarily in the order of chronology. There's a question and that question simply it triggers a pastime. Or there's a discussion and the discussion simply triggers a pastime. So like that. But they also have some reason why these pastimes are there in a certain way. So if we look at the content, that the title of each canto, then you can start making some sense out of the content, why this content is there. Then you can start looking at the content through one fresh angle, that okay, now this is how we understand. So that's what we'll try to do. We'll try to understand the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam and the content which is given in each canto and how they can relate to these topics.